I have manifested that only the right people come across this video. So if you're watching this right now, this is confirmation that soon you will be celebrating. I see you lifting your glass and toasting to something that has happened within this year, or you're just toasting to 2025 in general. I see you celebrating this new year with so much enthusiasm. So I really want to get clarity on what this message is trying to tell me, because you're going to be celebrating. Oh my goodness. You're leaving behind something and you are celebrating to the end of it, because at the bottom of the deck I have the Eight of Cups. And I feel like this is a long time coming. I feel like you're going to be celebrating because this is something you've been having to do for a long time. Maybe like leaving a relationship, a long relationship, like over the last 7 years, 8 years. So that's what I'm getting from the Eight of Cups, that there's these things you're leaving behind, significant people, significant careers, just big endings, which is ushering obviously in large new opportunities, because these things wouldn't be coming to an end if it wasn't something that was big waiting for you on the other side. So even your friends are celebrating their own accomplishments at this time, and you're all celebrating together. I feel like 2026 is going to be such an amazing year for so many people, because this number 9 year we're in is also a snake year. And that is about leaving behind things that no longer serve us, old versions of ourselves, renewal, endings, transformation, new beginnings. This is just an exciting time for so many people, especially in this collective, if you're watching this right now. And the people in your life are also experiencing blessings and things we're celebrating and toasting to, like people getting engaged, your friends getting engaged, getting married. There's just so much magic in the air, and I feel like it's so inspiring, invigorating for so many people, and it's a breath of fresh air. That's what's coming up for me. So I see you toasting at the end of 2025 and also celebrating what is to come. So there's like significant changes in your career, in your personal life. You're leaving old relationships, or you're getting married. People in your life are pregnant right now. Just a very beautiful time, and it's long overdue. So let's just keep exploring this. Let's see what the cards have to say. Yeah, I see you being really connected spiritually, really dialed in, and you are just manifesting because of it. You are so spiritual, and this is creating swift movement in your life. Your spirituality is what is giving you a sense of transcendence and ascension, that this is creating movement in your life, because you're collapsing timelines with ease. I see you standing like this because this is, I pulled the Hierophant, and that's the pose. I'm using the Twilight Tarot deck, by the way, and it's linked in, or the Starlight Tarot deck, and it's linked in the description as well as pinned comment. But this deck is so inspiring because all my decks have their own energy, and they all beckon me and call me, and I'm inspired to do readings with certain decks on a daily basis. And this one is really about I've always get like really good readings in terms of like prosperity and celebrating, whereas my trusty tarot deck is more about like clarity and what is coming. So it's interesting that this deck is always about like celebrating prosperity and like timeline collapsing, and you're really embodying like your strength right now, like your light. And you wouldn't have been able to do this if you didn't integrate your dark over the last 7 years in particular. Like, you've done so much healing, so much work on yourself, that reality has no choice but to bend, excuse me, bend at your will right now. And that's what I'm getting from this deck. You are a master manifestor. You hold the keys to the universe. You know universal laws, how to use it. You're so spiritual that you see with clarity. You hear with clarity. You are tapped into this completely different person right now. Like, you're channeling this higher version of yourself, and you're in awe of yourself. Like, you figured out this key to the universe, and it's now time for reality to bend at your will. And so it's creating this swift movement excuse me, as you move forward. And it's taken like your strength and your endurance to get to this point, because you haven't given up. Even if you've been stuck in cycles for quite some time, you had to go through those lessons for as long as you did, because that's sometimes how it works. Like, this is how divine timing works. So this is part of not just like your own trajectory, but that of the universe's as well, and why this is happening collectively to so many people, especially when there's so many influencing factors, like astrologically, numerologically. We are so influenced by the cosmos, the divine, the seasons, nature in general, frequencies in the air, like 5G. Like, when we really work on ourselves, we're transcending beyond physical limitation, as well as mind control and manipulation. And I see you glowing up at this time. Like, your spirituality is almost like armor. I'm sorry, I have like a catch in my throat. But your spirituality at this point is like preventing evil eyes, curses, hexes being thrown at you. It's helping you transmute the 5Gs that are trying to affect your aura. And it's helping you stay away from like free radicals, from negative energies penetrating you. You control your reality, and that includes like your boundaries, how strong your aura is, how impenetrable your aura is. This is you in your power, in your highest timeline, embodying your highest self. And we always think like your highest self is just something that exists in like the ethers that you try to like channel or achieve, but no, you're physically embodying it. You are in alignment. And so this is collapsing timelines, and you're entering this brand new era where you're so happy to see an end to like your suffering, and to like relationships that don't suit you anymore, even like a best friendship, if that resonates with someone. There's just like, yes, it's sad that these are coming to an end, and you can appreciate the nostalgia and the time that you had together. But now is a time to just like let go, to detach. That keeps coming up in my awareness, is detachment, and how we hold on to things, even though the lessons that are in that is to teach us to detach, to enjoy things in the present for what they are, because everything comes to an inevitable end. And these lessons are reiterated again and again in our lives through everything. We're constantly being reminded, especially when you're tapped in. And what this allows us to do is to be present, because that's where we find our power. That's where we find our healing. That's where we exist on a constant basis, because time is an illusion. And so that comes with an aspect of mastery as well, because you see through the illusion. And that's very prominent with the Hierophant. You see through the dark, through the illusions, and you create a light in the darkness yourself. You are the source of your own light. That and God, the sun, which is in the strength card in the background here. So 8 years of suffering is coming to an abrupt end, and you are just celebrating, toasting to what's to come. Let's pull a couple other cards. Yes, the Death card. This is definitely a significant ending to so many things, and it's finality. And you realize lately your mortality, but within that, you want to live life to the fullest. You want to live life feeling you're living your purpose. You're honoring your gifts. You're honoring your progress and your achievement every step of the way. This is about life and death. So there's significant change coming because of how profound the things are that are ending, like significant long-term relationships. Entering a new 8-year cycle is also very significant. It comes with death, because death is an illusion. And we go through deaths and rebirths constantly. every day as we're learning lessons, or lessons are coming at us and we have to learn the hard way and we're ignoring it. But that gives us a chance to learn again and to try harder and to evolve. And so with your ascension, you're going through this like constant state of evolution every day, but yours is like accelerating. And I get that with the Chariot card, that it's really ramped up recently. And that's also like a collective energy as well, because time in general is ramping up. But right now, I feel like it's flowing better. It's not so fast paced with hustle, hustle, or like doom and gloom. People are starting to stay more present, which grounds them in the present moment, and time slows down because of it, because we have the ability to manipulate time as well in this realm, which you've understood lately as a hierophant, as you are connected to the divine and you receive all this intuition and wisdom that has come as like a divine download. And you see through the illusion like you are death itself and you are life itself, because nothing exists outside of you. And you are so tapped into the fact that you are the creator of your own life, and that you are connected completely, wholly to the divine, and protected and blessed as a result of that. No harm could come to you. And you realize these truths in a different way, where it's all kind of integrated and clicked, especially as you reflect on the last 8 years, because with these endings, we have a tendency to reflect on them as they come to an end. Like when people say you die and your life flashes before your eyes, it's almost the same way when we think about things as they're ending, because we are processing them. So when we die, we're processing our lives. Oh my God. These readings, I learned so much because I'm just channeling like these cards, this wisdom from God coming through these cards, and it blows my mind. I even feel like that I'm really connected to the divine, and there is this sense of like I'm feeling so cared for because of it. And that's come up in the Emperor as well. Like I feel like you feel so blessed and protected by the universe. And I feel that too. Like I'm a believer in Jesus, and I feel like he loves me. And this it's crazy because this king looks like Jesus. And Jesus is king, and I'm the little child on his lap, and I feel so protected and so cared for and spoiled, especially recently as I've grown closer to God, to the divine, and to Source. And it's led to this beautiful life that is completely different, and things have changed so fast. Like I've struggled for years, and now I'm entering in this new light, and it's truly mind-blowing. And I see that for you as well. This is just such a beautiful reading. I had a point, but I kind of lost it. I don't, yeah. Oh, I was going to say that I do these readings and then I have to listen to myself speak. And it's almost like, am I in alignment? Because someone who is so visible, who tries to lead by example, and there's so many gurus out there who don't talk, who talk the talk but don't walk the walk. And when I speak and I do these readings, it reminds me of, am I in alignment? Am I holding myself back? Or are there things I'm procrastinating on? And it I'm so glad that these messages encourage you and inspire you, and you find them helpful, and I find them helpful as well too. And it comes from you. I'm not able to do these readings without you unless I was sitting by myself, but it's so different reading into a collective because it mirrors back to me my own misalignment and the progress I've made, and the wisdom I've gained from all this, and how we're all evolving together and how connected everything is. And because of that, I feel so connected to the divine and to God. And I hope you do too, because it's literally life changing. And so many people are waking up to the truth. And this is an aspect of that reading as well, because you hold the keys to the universe. It's so clearly indicated with the Hierophant card, because they're holding the keys in their hand in this image. And then Jesus was resurrected and came back from the dead. And I think if you're a believer or follower of Jesus, you know like what's coming up for me right now. This is crazy. This is all about like, you are holy. You are holy. You are an angel. You are not from this earth, and you are embodying that at this time. You finally remembered your truth, who you actually are, and you're tapping into this person with your alignment. And because of that, life is changing as a result, and it's just going to get better and better. You will be infinitely blessed. Things are only going to get better from this point on. You're going to be spoiled, so spoiled by the universe. And so don't limit yourself, don't budget, really ask for what you want, because God, the universe, wants to spoil you with everything. And it's happening at that time. At this time, you are receiving your inheritance. So I'm so excited, because you no longer have to feel like you have to fend for yourself or defend your position. You're okay with being misunderstood by people, because your connection to the divine and your self-image and your connection to yourself is all that matters. So this is such a beautiful reading, because this is a whole new paradigm where you have healed so much and done so many amazing things to get through what you have gone through, that you get to enjoy the fruits of that. And that is what is happening at this time, because you could only do that for so long before you get rewarded. And that's what God does. That's the promise. So I'm going to leave it at that. Maybe one angel card. One angel card. Actually, I just picked up benefits, which I did in a personal reading for someone else. But it's so perfect, because it's about this culmination, results, benefits, reflection, completion. So take stock of your accomplishments and how you arrived at them. This is a reminder to maintain optimism and drive towards your goals. Maintain your momentum and know that the powers of heaven have your back. You made it, and the reward goes to you. I'm going to leave it at that. If you want a reading from me, there's a shop link in the description, as well as the pinned comment, where I also have like rituals and workshops. You could book a reading for me at that link. Also, there are other links for donating, as well as links to the decks that I use. Otherwise, I appreciate any and all support outside of that, including liking, subscribing, sharing this with others. I love all the comments that you people leave me with all your synchronicities, so give them all to me. I love to hear them, because they are so amazing, and it just really reinforces how connected we all truly are, and I find it so beautiful. It blows my mind. So please share this with others, and then let their minds be blown too, and hopefully they also feel encouraged and inspired by it. So I love you so much, and I'll see you in the next video.